This is part 3 of our adoption journey. Literally, because we thought it was silly that we're having a permanency hearing and then the trial starts, like, right. so close to each other.
Trial, an abandonment trial. And so we're going to that. And at first it was supposed to be them, both parents tried together. And then the attorneys decide that they're going to separate the two. So that way, if one wins, they both win. In regards to that. So it kind of betters your odds, I guess. So we're going to do dads first. Right?
Yeah.
We do dads first.
Yeah.
So we're there. And I wish I knew the name of this attorney, but I don't. And I get it. He has a job to do, but he's the type of attorney that gives attorneys bad names. He throws a Hail Mary pass at the last minute and says that his client cannot speak nor understand English.
Liar!
And needs an interpreter to help him understand what's going on in the American court system. So...
But how our Team De Palma kind of explained it to us is that that's actually good, because then, down the line, he has no claim that he didn't understand.
Right, he can't. It won't grant grounds for an appeal.
Yeah.
So the judge allows it. So we go home. All right, bye. So we go home and we come back the following week, right?
I don't know.
I think it's the following week. And Dad doesn't show up. The interpreter's there. Dad does not show up. His attorney, Dad's attorney, is sweating bullets now. Probably for the fact that court interpreters are paid very well and have like minimums. It's not like, if they don't, we don't.
They get paid whether his services are used or not. It's his time.
It's like 4 or 5 hours is their minimum, and it's a few $100s an hour. So that's like, cha-ching. So there goes taxpayer money right out the door. In regards to that.
So that was, he was done.
Nope. Nope. And then they had the attorney asked for an extension. Because there were 2 interpreters. There was a male interpreter and there was a female interpreter. The first time was a female interpreter, and the second time was a male interpreter.
I don't remember this.
I remember correctly. So, boom. Gets 2 shots. Boom. They hear all the evidence, and the judge rules that the father is guilty of abandonment, and so his rights as a parent are stripped from him legally. Now we have Mom's trial, and that was emotional. Dad was like, all right, not very emotional. Mom's emotional.
We learned a lot more about what was happening in the background,
of her life. Once again,
some stuff didn't make sense. Some stuff did make sense.
And you learn how fast someone's life can go from good to horrible, and like that. Long story short, Mom loses her rights.
Yep. And that's a weird moment because she starts sobbing,
and we want to
jump for joy, but at the same time, we are very sympathetic, and we feel bad for her too.
We want to be respectful. And we were even. What's very interesting is, at that point, we'll say that happened on a Monday. Wednesday would have been a visit from the scene, and now that the rights are stripped, DSS asked us if it's okay.
Yeah, asked us.
Is it okay if she has the last visit?
Which made us feel so empowered. It was like so nice to be asked.
So we said yes, most certainly.
Yeah.
And we decided that we were gonna, we went and we bought her a picture frame and we put 3 pictures of him. When we had professional photos of him at one. so that you'd have pictures of him.
And so I'm the one doing this last visit, and I remember it like clear as day. I left work early, much earlier than I had to. Like the visit, we'll say, was at 2. I left at 12, and I got Indian for lunch. And
without me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I had to eat lunch and I got Indian. Anyway, go to DSS because it's at DSS, and drop off Nassim. They're in there for like, again, 40 minutes. Now it's time for me to pick him up. So I actually got to interact with his biological mother. And so I handed her the photo frame and said goodbye.
We gave her options in regards to what we were planning on doing. Like after we adopted him. Like that.
It didn't have to be a clear cut.
There were options, but there were
conditions
to the options. Of course, she did not choose to follow the conditions.
And that's what when the other thing happened.
And then, yeah. Right. Oh, that's right. All right.
Yeah.
So then,
and we're like,
boom. So that leads us, now we have a child free and clear for adoption in our custody. And I remember, was it Debbie or Jessica asked us, do you want to adopt him?
It was Jessica.
Like, so he's free for adoption. Do you guys still want to adopt him?
And we laughed.
And so, boom.
We're like, is that even a question? They're like, well, we legally have to ask.
Like, just like they legally have to put him, since he's a ward of the state now, they have to legally put him up on the New York State Adoption Registry. So, because I remember that they asked for a picture of him to put him up there. And I said, what? And she's like, well, legally we have to put him up there. I said, okay, he ain't leaving my house. That's not happening. So, here we are, all getting ready, excited to adopt. Yay! We're making adoption plans. We got an attorney. This is so much fun. Adoption photos. So much fun. And then,
which was an amazing side story. So we went to we got our family photographer, and we go to a park called the Crossings, and we're all wearing our white
matching
shirts
outfits
with our little Superman ties and bow ties, and he's looking all cute. And he's so, you all know, he's always been a ham, always. So, and he has his adoption sign. So all these families walking by were like congratulating us.
I'm like, why are they congratulating?
It was so amazing, all the support we're getting from these strangers. Yeah. Not only like that, from strangers, but we're, again, same-sex parents adopting a child. Right. The support, it was fantastic.
And then we get the phone call that Dad gave notice to file an appeal, which gave him 60 or 90 days.
No, 6 months.
6 months. Oh, sorry. 6 months to file an appeal. He didn't file an appeal. He just gave notice that he was going to file an appeal. And they gave him 6 months to do that.
Everyone was angry. Everyone. All parties. Because it's, what is this? It's a game.
So...
Which we don't even know if he filed.
Right, we don't know if he filed or
just the attorney
just said it, yes.
Yeah.
We don't know to this day. So, we were spitting fire.
Because we knew nothing was going to come. It wasn't a worry. We weren't worried at all. Right. It was so clean.
I was a little worried.
Really?
Yes, I was still worried.
It was so clean. I wasn't. Like, everyone told me there's nothing here. Like, they don't even know why this was even done, because there's nothing.
So so we had to wait 6 months. And I remember we remember specifically asking, what is the exact date that this window closes? And I remember we were counting down.
Yep.
You thought waiting for a visit, like a phone call for a visit, was bad? Imagine waiting for a phone call that they got the appeal draft to the court system.
Because until that, that adoption's done, anything can happen. anything. We've heard stories.
Yes,
Like,
lots of stories.
Lots of stories.
Family members popping up out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
All kinds of crazy stuff. Like family, you can. Great Aunt Gertrude out in Utah comes rolling on into town,
Yep.
and so
But nothing happened.
right, nothing happened. Great Aunt Gertrude didn't roll into town.
Yeah.
So then there we are. We working with our attorney. We also found out something very interesting about attorneys.
They have great shoes.
They do have really good shoes. And when you hire an attorney, you're like, oh great, and you might think that you have this great like client privilege, like this great client relationship. But what you don't understand is that when you call them to talk, they're billing you. Even if it's just like you're calling to check in like that, like, oh, what's going on? And then you stay.
Oh yeah, because at this point we hired our own attorney to do the adoption.
And you just stay on the phone and like are asking questions like, oh hey, this, that. They bill you for all of that. It's not like they're just being nice.
And we had like one of the top attorneys of the capital district.
We should also put that in. His name is Brendan.
Yep.
Brendan O'Shea.
He's great.
Man.
He's great
guy.
He's worth every penny.
But
it's a lot of pennies.
But he came highly recommended from someone who money has no money is not an option for this person. And they said, oh,
money's not an obstacle.
So they said, oh, you should use my attorney.
Okay.
He's amazing, which he is amazing. But he's a little pricey. So hey. But he was very diligent, and I would say it was him that really drove the. So anyway, that's that part. So we learned all about that being billed, like we would get billed. Now we should also chime in that DSS does provide you some money.
Yeah.
To pay for your attorney, like they do cover that cost. They write you a check. It's like a flat fee. Like they give you like say $2,000. If you go over that $2,000, that's on you. Boom. Of course, we went over our $2,000 because that's just us. So we got this adoption day all settled. And our judge gets elected to the Supreme Court of Schenectady. So he's no longer our judge. And we get pushed to another judge.
Yeah, the
first judge we had with the permanency hearing. Stop that! So, like, all right, not a problem.
Not a problem.
But we really want our first judge to do it. I really wanted him to do it.
because we liked him a lot.
So that he could see a closure to this whole great storyline. But he did see us because as we were all coming in for adoption, he was there talking to people, and he kind of saw us, and we waved and smiled. So he knew that there was closure to all of this.
Yeah.
While there were two men in a child wearing suits coming to a court system.
All, again, matching.
All matching.
That's our thing.
That's our thing.
So the judge gets
Canceled
pulled onto a trial, a criminal trial, and they cancel the adoption day. And I remember being in my office. I'm like, hell no! I was so mad. I'm like, Ivo, and he's like, what? So then,
indefinitely. Like, we'll get to you when we can get to you.
Yeah. So then DSS, the commissioner of DSS, got wind of this and was like, this is unacceptable.
No, I think Brandon O'Shea.
No.
Okay.
No, it's the commissioner of DSS is like, this is unacceptable. And then he reached out to Brandon. And Brandon called Schenectady, and they found someone volunteered.
Everybody worked in cognition got a judge to volunteer his lunch break to do this for us, which was amazing.
Amazing. He was awesome.
He was amazing. So, as you know, we all come in our matching outfits and we sit down. Now, I want to just say that an adoption is the most anticlimactic thing you will ever live through. Like,
what made it special was Nassim.
Yes.
And what I mean by that is he's like not even 2 yet?
No, he's two and a half-ish.
Is he?
Yeah, he had just August 22nd, so he just turned 2.
Oh, yeah, he just turned 2. Yeah, August 22nd. Yeah, no, I'll just do it that
Just
way.
turned 2.
So, again...
And that's coming up.
Yeah. So, everyone be like, what?
What are we doing on the 22nd?
I don't know what.
It's a
Oh,
Saturday.
yeah, that's funny.
We have a whole other plan for this.
Oh, that's ironic.
I know, right? Yay.
Huh, that's cool. Okay. So, at 2, they would be like, what's today? And he'd go, Adoption Day! It was really
the
cute.
judge just thought that was amazing. So he kept asking him over and over again.
What did he say? Adoption Day!
So it was very exciting. And so it really, all adoption is the judge sits down with you and your attorney and says, all right, is this your signature? Yes. Is this your signature? Yes. To your attorney, are these your clients? Yes. Is this their signature? Yes. Okay, and he signs, and your adoption is done.
But what was awesome about it is that there's not even a place to sit for some people.
No, yeah.
There's so many people there for this adoption.
Not just like our family, but like
DSS.
the Department of DSS was there.
Barbara Lee came. Yeah.
Our case manager, his case coordinator, the very first social worker who
that was retired.
Who was retired
At that point.
Debbie James was her name.
Yeah.
She came.
She was a sweet woman.
She's like, it was officially her last case before retirement. And she said she couldn't believe how she was so happy that it ended on such a positive note. Like, this is the best way she could have ended her career with DSS, in regards to that. So that was like amazing. And so that was that.
I mean, we were at the courtroom so many times this trial that we became friends.
The police knew us.
Like, hey, you're like, hey.
Like, yeah, it's like all the police knew us. Like the court officers were like, hey, how's it going? And then what's funny is even when we bumped out to them, like we would see them out at different functions in Schenectady. Like, hey. So, oh my God. So it was kind of nice.
Yep.
So that's kind of it in a nutshell. We kind of really it's really hot today. And
we had turned off the air conditioning.
So it's really hot in this bedroom. So
sweating mountain off.
Mm-hmm. So that's it. I want to end on a note that the foster care system, it's a good system with a lot of flaws. It serves a great purpose. If you have it in your heart to do it, I strongly advise making that phone call and doing it, because it's amazing. Being a foster parent changes your life for the better in so many ways. I would have to say, I can't speak for Kevin. You just have to have a very strong heart.
Like, we could not do foster care just for foster care, and people that do foster care with the goal of returning the children back to a loving home after all is said, kudos to those people. Really.
I think
I can't do it.
If you are a loving family looking to adopt, and you want to, this is a good way to adopt. In this country, it's a hard way. It's a hard way to adopt.
It's harder than the rest.
Right.
They're all hard.
Right. But
they're all hard.
Foster care is the hardest, I would say, because there are no true guarantees.
Well, you can't, because there are none with any of it. But
no, with
it's
adoption,
more emotionally roller coaster.
But with adoption, if you pay your money, eventually you're gonna get a kid. Eventually, you get a baby.
But you pay over and over again.
That's a private, not an agency. You pay that one-time fee, and eventually you'll get private. That's a whole other situation. But it's like the hardest to deal with, because you're so invested into this whole situation. And then if it falls through, it can be very devastating to you. But once again, if you have that strength in you, I always urge people to do it. Make that phone call to your local department. Take the class. Just take the classes. If you have that time, you have that resources to open your home, take the classes. And if it's not for you, then don't do it. But if you feel you could do it, stick with it. It's amazing.
And I just want to answer one. We get this a lot on all the different platforms. Is like, do you want another one? So we did. Like, he still does.
I still do.
So we don't have the finances to do a private adoption. I'll just put it out there. We don't. So
if there's any millionaires out there who want to donate.
So we've had lots of up and downs with the system.
Right.
So the
We've had
last
quite
one
a few
was
fall through.
Nassim is very similar to me. If you guys haven't noticed, like, so he feels deeply and gets attached very quickly, like I do. And so we had this one child. I won't even go into the big story because that's a whole nother video. But we had him for a couple weeks, and we lost an infant. And I saw it affect. Well, we saw it affect Nassim.
Right. So.
He was 3 at the time, so at his level, and that was the turning point that I'm like,
it's not fair.
It's no longer just affecting us; it's affecting him as well. And the whole point of, coming in and adopting him is to keep him safe and away from this type of like strife and turmoil and hardship and abandonment, and that's just inviting it back. So that's when we had to close our doors.
Yeah. So.
But the goal was to have two boys. We wanted 2 boys.
2 boys. I mean, I would have taken anything. Wanted to.
Yeah.
Because I have 10 sisters. Girls. Yeah. So, it's easier to raise a boy if you're a boy, in my opinion. You know what to expect.
Well, yeah. I mean, I think everyone. Yeah.
So I still would love another one. I know he feels differently. So we really, we don't talk. I mean, not that we don't talk about.
Oh no,
it.
he brings it up.
I bring it a lot. If we see a baby, I want another baby. Stuff like that. But I understand where he comes from, and I understand.
I mean, I'm 43, and I know every time I say, "Well, I'm 55." Well, okay, but you're not Kevin, and you're not a 43 Kevin.
And I understand where he's coming from, and I understand everything that he says, and I respect it. But still, my heart still aches for something. And sometimes that's how life is. You could ache for something in your heart and not get it. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that God didn't make this happen the way I wanted it to happen.
But we're happy.
I have my angel, my blessing. He's amazing.
He's amazing.
He's amazing. I'm very happy. Like I said, you're right. I mean, you ask any parent, but I don't think there's really any parent out there who says, "Yeah, I just wanted one." Yeah, I'm fine with them. Maybe there are out there, but I come from such a large family. Like when he first said, "Let's have a kid," I'm like, "I'm planning we're gonna have 8." He did not want 8. I had this whole plan set up in motion. I'm like, we're gonna get the first one in the door, and then we're gonna just keep doing foster, and then he's gonna get attached and not let them go. And I'm gonna get 8.
Which would happen.
That's what happened.
That would happen.
If the foster care system was more navigate, we could definitely navigate it better, and I could definitely guarantee like this one staying here, we would have 8 kids. We totally.
Because once I'm there.
Once they tell Kevin's little beard, that's it. Boom. Oh, I can't let them go. So
yeah.
I would totally have 8 kids, but that's not how life worked out. But that doesn't mean I'm unhappy. It just means that that's not how life worked out. Yeah. Just like I wish I was a millionaire. I'm not. That doesn't mean I'm unhappy. It's just I'm not a millionaire. In regards to that. So this has been a pretty long video.
Yeah, and I'm like totally glossy. I'm so hot.
So hot. So I want to thank you all for watching and letting us share this part of our lives with you in this journey. We'll have other videos. Sorry, our content's been a little spotty, but as you all know, we are going through a global pandemic.
And we've been getting work done in the house.
And stuff like that, yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't bring it up this time.
And
people make comments on our wallpaper.
You did bring that. Oh,
yeah.
All right.
So now we got all
take 2, by the way.
So some people take down wallpaper. We just take down walls and have new walls put on.
And normally most of our videos are us doing family adventures, and it's kind of hard to do a family adventures in a pandemic.
Yeah.
So,
but we're starting to today was all kinds of filming of stuff. Between our TikToks and other videos that we've done for YouTube.
Watermelon stuff.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
We're getting back into the groove.
So
this is fun to do.
All our fans, thank you so much for supporting us.
Thank you guys, seriously.
If you want to click the subscribe button and notification to stay on top of things.
And if there's videos you like to see, give us ideas.
Yeah. We're open to ideas.
Yeah. As we build our fan base more on YouTube, we'll probably do some lives and stuff, and then we can talk more in detail about stuff because, it's not out there.
Did the bean challenge get on there yet?
No, that's why I said I'd edit.
Oh, we still gotta edit a few things. We did a bean. I mean, that's yeah, you're gonna see this
because I have a MacBook Pro, and who wants to teach me? Because I can't
Alright,
I learned on Windows.
so once again,
All this money.
thank you so much for watching. We're Family Fab 76.
Love
I'm
you
Daddy
guys.
Darko.
And I'm Papa Redbeard.
Please hit the subscribe button and follow notification. Please follow us on Instagram and TikTok, FamilyFab76 on both platforms.
Hopefully TikTok stays around.
Hopefully TikTok is still around when this video gets posted.
Yeah.
And if you find it in your hearts and you can, please check out our Patreon page. Thank you so much.
Bye.